taking responsibility
for your happiness. It's not him, it's you. So first, what's responsibility? What does that mean?
The definition.
Let's define that. Google says responsibility means the state or a fact of having a duty to deal with something or of having control over someone, like yourself. The state or fact of being accountable or to blame for something, like yourself. The opportunity or ability to act independently and make decisions without authorization. Something that you can do for yourself.
Right. So basically, what we find ourselves doing, especially black women, we like to pass the blame on somebody else for the downfalls and the pitfalls in our lives, especially in our
relationship. We blame your mama, your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend, your daddy, your uncle. Hide all of them because you blaming all of them.
Exactly. And especially for our failed relationships with our men. We like to pass the blame on our brothers, and that's got to stop because it's a two-way street.
Absolutely.
You played a role in whatever misfortune that you encounter in your life. It's your responsibility.
Yes, it is. So we're going to talk about some things or some ways to avoid it. And we're going to talk about some ways in where you can find yourself so that you can really, truly attract the person that you would like to have in your life. So, we're going to crack this off with a little something called intuition. Now, I believe personally that everyone has intuition. It's not just women, but we hear that phrase a lot. A woman's intuition never lies. Go with that, sister. Go with your feminine, your womanly intuition. Because you can choose to listen to that God voice, that divine voice inside of you, or you can choose the hard road of experience. And trust and believe, it ain't easy. It ain't fun, okay? We both have some experiences where we have encountered some terrifying relationships, some terrifying circumstances that have put us in a situation to where we didn't feel good about ourselves.
Right.
And who wants to live life like that?
Nobody.
So we decided to take control and to go ahead and listen to the voice, the inner voice of intuition.
Yes. So intuition is really the God within you. God speaking through you is your intuition. So, an example of not following your intuition, I will give a real life example.
Hello.
So, let's say you meet a man that you like and you are looking for a relationship because, hey, I mean, I'm not going to lie, we all want a relationship. We all want to be married. So, you meet him, he's cool, you really like him, and you first off tell him what you're looking for. So you're looking for a relationship. You state what you want to him first. And he says, nah, I'm not looking for a relationship. I just want to be friends. Your intuition says, girl, leave him alone.
Get out of here.
Because he's not going to be able to give you what you want. He's not ready. But no, you ignore your intuition and say this. You know what? I can change him. I can change his attitude. I can show him that he needs me and that he's going to want to be with me. So I'm just going to stick around, under the title of friend. But I'm going to give him everything that a wife would give him. So I can show him that he needs me and that we need to be together.
Exactly.
So you basically forcing this situation. You giving him everything. You all in the video, making all the meals. Okay?
Taking care of all his damn children.
Okay? You are doing wifely duties without that commitment.
And you're in turn lowering your standards. So you're not being true to yourself. So who are you?
Exactly. So you do all of this. Of course, the relationship not going to work out because he told you he didn't want to be
friends
in a relationship. So what are you doing now? You blaming him, saying that he manipulated you and that he lied to you. When in reality, he didn't lie to you. He told you from the jump that he didn't want to be in a relationship. But you chose to do otherwise and to try to force something that wasn't meant to be. So now you depressed, you down and out, don't get out of bed,
bitter,
barely brush your teeth, you don't comb your hair, you're not happy, and you blame it all on the fact that you don't have a man or that this certain man dogged you out.
When in
reality, you dogged yourself
out because he told you from the beginning that he was not interested in a relationship, and you chose to remain quote unquote friends, but deep down inside, you know you had ulterior motives, which is a relationship. So that's the first thing, sister. Is like, take responsibility for your part as far as accepting what he gives you. There is no law that says you have to accept what a person gives you.
Exactly.
Like, you have certain standards. You have, hopefully, you have certain values that you want to choose to live by, or that you want. There are certain things that you want out of life. And if a friend, I got too many damn friends. I don't want no more friends. If a friendship is what he's offering, and that's not what you want, and it doesn't align with the things that you want out of life, then drop it. Just say deuces and go with your intuition. Don't go down that hard road of experience, because it leads to depression. It leads to you being bitter. It leads to you blaming all men. How many of us have heard that term?
Right.
All men are dogs.
Exactly.
It's like, no. It's like, you sleep with dogs and he'll make a bitch out of you. You know? So check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself.
Right.
Because it's bad for your health.
Exactly. And when you don't take responsibility, you find yourself repeating this same scenario over and over and over again. It's like same relationship, different face. Same relationship, different year, different person. And then, like sis said, you are bitter. But wait a minute. We didn't even introduce ourselves.
I was just about to say that. Oh my gosh. I'm Matilda, fashion designer extraordinaire.
My name is Cherise, and I am a nurse, but also I'm into health. Any type of natural healing, I'm your go-to girl.
She's your girl.
Okay.
So holler at your girls, okay? You want an outfit for that red carpet event? Holler at your girl.
Yes. Gucci who? Okay.
Okay, I digress. So back to our subject at hand.
Right. With following intuition and having intuition. So from that scenario, a lot of us have been through that. That was actually one of my personal
situationships as well.
And you know, it was tragic.
Yeah.
But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm grateful for the lesson that I've learned, because it has brought out of me something that I never knew.
Yes.
You know?
And just because you're going through some things, or here's the thing. Here's what I want to say. Take a look in the mirror. If you don't like what you see in the mirror, guess who has the power to change it? You. I want you to feel empowered. I want you to feel like you, like the definition said, that you're placing the blame on yourself. You're taking responsibility or accountability for yourself. And look at yourself and say, you know what? I don't like that aspect of me. I don't like that I act so damn desperate. Or I don't like that I get depressed when a man is not around. Or that I'm super, super happy when a man is around. It's like, I don't like that about myself, so let me make some adjustments.
Yes.
You know, let me change that about myself so that I can live the kind of life that I choose to live.
Right. So how do you truly be happy with yourself? You know, aside from a man being in your life, your foundation should never waver and should never change. No. Once a man is in your life, yes, you want to be happy. You want to be cheerful, because we're here to help our men. We're here to build them up. But if a man is not in your life, you got to stay happy. You got to stay peaceful. You have to be cheerful with yourself.
Yes.
Because what are you going to give him? Because at the root of it is depression, low self-esteem, and that never goes away whether a man is in your life or not.
Right, because it's called self-esteem, not him-esteem. It's self-esteem. So with that, I know you're probably thinking, like, how do I find myself? Like, if you don't know who you are, then you won't know who is the right person for you.
Exactly.
And you'll just continue to go in this never-ending cycle where you're giving a man everything and you're not getting anything in return. So how do you find yourself?
Good question. So one thing that, you know, helped me is, one, know what your interests are. If you have interests, get some interests. Get some hobbies, things that you like to do that bring joy and fulfillment in your life.
Absolutely.
So if all you do is just go to work, come home, watch a little bit of TV.
Oh no, girl. Go to work, come home, and get on that timeline and see, oh my gosh, so-and-so is engaged, so-and-so is married, so-and-so is having a baby. That's not going to do anything but dig you deeper into your depression hole.
Right.
Okay, so you might want to take 30 days off or some time off of social media so that you can get your life together. Okay, first of all, I do want to say that with a disclaimer.
Yes.
Get it off of social media does not mean that you're finding yourself. It's like, you just can't be like, oh, I'm taking a hiatus and I'm getting off of social media and boom, I'm back. Now I'm a new me. No. You have to do some soul searching and really dig deep. Prayer, you know what I'm saying? Charity helps. Also reading books. And like Sis said, you know, finding the hobbies that you like. Finding the activities that you like to do and really finding out who you are and what your purpose is in life.
Right. And I also wanted to add prayer, meditation, and fasting will help awaken your dormant intuition that you keep shutting down.
Right.
Because once you keep and continuing to shut down your intuition, it becomes dormant. So you rarely hear it. To awaken it, prayer, fasting, meditation, and feeding on truth. You want to read books. If you don't read, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you either. You dead. If you don't read, you're dead because you're not growing. And you're not unlocking things in your mind that will help you in your life. The universe was set up to give you everything that you need.
Exactly.
So what you put out, you get back. If you don't put out anything, you're not getting anything back.
Right.
So you have to put forth some effort in order to really find out what your purpose is in life, who you are, so that you can attract the right mate for you. So you don't have to go through these unfortunate circumstances.
Right. And so you can really start taking accountability for the role that you play in your reality. Because at the end of the day, your reality is a result of your thoughts and your words.
Yes, they are.
Sorry to say, but everything around you that you see is a result of you.
Of you.
And your thinking.
And what you're putting in, it will manifest in a
the
physical
outside.
form. So I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all love y'all K. Michelle and your Mary J. Blige and your Keisha Coles.
Right.
Yes, I pluralize because most black people do.
Exactly.
You know? But a lot of those songs, a lot of those words, you know, are destructive, and they can physically manifest. Like, I was your lover and your secretary. Yeah, you was all of that. And you didn't set an expectation on him, and he didn't deliver. And you gave him everything, and then he left you to go be with somebody who set an expectation, and you left with nothing for yourself.
And guess what? People learn how to treat you by the way that you treat yourself. So, if you don't stay committed to what you want in life, if you always flaking on your own self with your goals and your aspirations, guess what? People that you meet and people that you like are going to flake on you.
Absolutely.
They're not going to keep their commitments to you.
Absolutely.
Because that's what you put out. You know, that's what you put out for yourself. So you always going to get that back. That's just how the universe works. That's a law of attraction. You know, it's a known fact. This is how life is.
And I bear witness.
I bear witness.
Like, these are things that we're not just talking out of the side of our neck. These are things that we've actually experienced. Like, we went down that hard road of experience.
Okay.
And now it's like, okay, the cycle stops here. Like, I'm tired of not living the life that I want to live. You know, it has to come from me. Everybody that I deal with can't be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they are, and that's what I'm attracting. So I have to look at myself and be like, okay, I'm crazy.
Right.
So I need to get it together.
Exactly.
So we're not just talking out of, whatever, and this is what we think. No, we know.
We know from experience. How many years?
Girl, do you really want to say that number?
Well, we don't need y'all to guess our age. But
around 18 years. Let's just say that. And you do the math. Okay?
About 18 years. So, another question and another thing that always comes up is self-love.
Yes.
Do you really love yourself? And, do you really care for yourself? Mm-hmm. And caring for yourself is not just you getting your hair
and your nails done
every 2 weeks.
It's not.
What does your house look like?
Hello.
Is your house neat and orderly?
Mm-hmm.
How do you manage your bills?
Yeah.
You just got papers all over the place,
You got some loans and some bills popping up that you didn't know that you had. It's
right.
like, no, ma'am.
You do your taxes and you find out they
taking your whole money because you forgot about a student loan that you didn't pay a year ago. When you know you went to school, it's like, take some responsibility. Now you're blaming the IRS when it's like, no, it was you because you allowed your loans to go into default.
Exactly. So organize your bills. Organize your home. Do you cook for yourself every day? Do you cook?
Do you cook just because it's a man around, or do you cook because you need to be healthy and you want to cook for yourself?
And cooking is not you popping them Hot Pockets up in the microwave. That's not cooking. Some of us think that's cooking.
Yeah, no ma'am. It's not cooking. Or scrambling some eggs real quick. No.
Egg sandwiches. No.
And egg sandwiches.
That ain't cooking.
Or a bowl of cereal. No. That's not cooking.
We're talking about full course meals. Healthy meals,
that can sustain your life.
Exactly. Where are you shopping for your food?
That part.
Over
here.
I just want to just throw that out because what you put in will manifest on the outside
and the inside, because these things cause disease. The heartache, the depression, the resentment, the wrong foods. Because as women, sometimes we eat emotionally. It's like, I'm gonna go give me a bucket of ice cream and just eat that because this fool left me and he over there with that other chick, so I'm just gonna get a bucket of ice cream.
Right.
So hypertension, diabetes, all of that,
obesity,
all of that wrapped up into one because over a fool. Over a fool though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I really want to say something else, but
we're not gonna say that.
We're not gonna say that. We're gonna keep the copacetic.
Right. So cooking for yourself. If you don't know how to cook, take a cooking class. Watch the cooking channel.
There's YouTube.
Right.
There's so many things out there now. There's no excuses.
There's a lot of options. And as far as Whole Foods being too expensive, there are other options. It's called farmers markets. They have them in all cities.
Yes, they do.
Okay? And you got to ask yourself, how much are you worth? Because if you cheap on yourself, you expect the man to...
Girl, he'll be taking you to that drive-thru at McDonald's, okay? Or Burger King.
Jack in the Box.
Or Jack in the Box. Okay? Burgers and suicide fries. That's what you're going to get.
So, exactly.
Going forward with that also, it's like, first you have to forgive yourself for your past mistakes.
Please.
That's something else that I personally had to learn. It's like I'm holding this thing that I did wrong in the back of my head, or the mistake that I made in the back of my head, and it's causing me to be sick. Like there's health issues that have occurred with me because I was holding on to resentment. I was holding on to pain. I was holding on to things that I had done in my past that weren't necessarily, that didn't necessarily congru with the type of lifestyle that I wanted to live. So you have to forgive yourself. That's another part about looking in the mirror and really seeing like who you are. That may be a reason why you feel like you don't like yourself or you don't love yourself. It's like you have to first of all forgive yourself for the past things, and also your parents.
I was gonna say that. Please forgive your parents, because they did the best that they could do in raising you, whether you think so or not.
Exactly.
Okay? Whether they had addiction behaviors or whatever, you got to forgive your parents.
Yes.
Okay? And whether you thought they should have did this or they should have did that, they did the best that they could do. Because at the end of the day, they're still discovering themselves as well. They're maneuvering through life as well. and it's not their fault. You an adult now.
Right. That was what I was going to say. You're a grown-ass person.
Exactly.
It's like, again, we go back to the word responsibility. Like, don't pass the blame on them or on a past relationship or this or that. Take responsibility for your own actions, because at the end of the day, no one put a gun to your head to cause you to be in these situationships or to cause you to do these certain things.
Exactly. That was deep.
I know we were on one with that one.
Yes. So another thing, in finding yourself, writing down the things that you like to do, is to prepare for your blessings. Write down things that you want out of life and actively prepare for them, because faith without works is dead. So here's an example. Let's say you want to buy a house, but you don't have the finances and nothing is in sight of this house.
Right.
What you can do to actively prepare for your new home is just to buy little things for your home. And when you buy these things, you're saying, I am buying this for my new home.
Yes.
And you meditate on this, and you think of how peaceful your home would be, and you bring that spirit and that energy around you all the time. Also, if you're looking to buy a new home, because this is my example, look at your credit. Look at your finances. If you got to get your credit in order, that is you actively preparing to buy this new home.
That's right.
If you need to bring in more income, again, find your gifts and your talents. And use them to make some money for yourself, some income, some extra income. Because we all have a unique gift and a unique talent that God gave us that we have to cultivate. That is a damn gold mine. Okay?
Right.
I'm not saying I know mine. I'm on my path.
Right.
But I'm actively we're actively preparing for the things that are divinely ours.
Absolutely. Because all of us was put here to impact the world.
Yeah.
In a positive way.
Yes.
You know, we all weren't put here to be silly or to just be lowlifes or trash.
Exactly.
You know, we weren't all put here for that. You know, like we see these millionaires and we think, oh, that's so, far-fetched. It's unattainable. We can't achieve that. But it's so possible for us. It's just, you just have to put in the work. That's what separates us from those people. They put in a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice. And now they have the quality of life that they were put here to have.
Exactly.
So we can all have those things. One thing that I did forget to mention was when you're finding yourself, it's like, I want you all, if you're watching, to
they're watching, okay?
do this as your homework.
Yes.
To write down 5 things that you love about yourself.
Yes.
And if you can't get 5, I don't want you to give up until you can get that 5. And if you can only get 5, and you would like to have more, that's your opportunity to really dig deep and to find out what you want to do in life, who you want to be, the kind of person you want to be, the kind of wife you want to be, the kind of mother you want to be, the kind of sister, daughter, granddaughter that you want to be.
Exactly.
And to really figure out who you are and what your purpose is in life.
Exactly. And to follow up with that, in preparation, you don't want to get in the situation where you're with your divine selection, your divine mate, because we all have a person that was created for us. I'm not talking about somebody else's husband. That's not your divine mate.
That ain't your man. Okay.
That's not. I don't care if you saw him first or whatever. That is that sister's divine mate. We all have someone that was created for us.
Yes,
but we don't want to meet that person and not be prepared to deliver and to be who we were created to be.
Absolutely.
So the best thing for us to do, instead of wallowing in our sorrow, being depressed, being a Debbie Downer, sucking everybody's energy with your badass attitude.
Okay.
What you can be doing is preparing yourself.
Yes.
Cook meals every night. If you expect to be a wife, which I hope that all of us do.
Yes.
Because that is our purpose. There's no girlfriend and boyfriend up in the Bible.
Forever.
or any of the holy books in the Holy Quran, there's no girlfriend and boyfriend.
There isn't.
So you should be preparing to be a wife.
Yes. But if that's what you want to be,
yeah,
then you should prepare to be that.
Yes. I mean, you have a choice. If you don't want to be that,
right.
do you. But I'm just using that as an example.
Yes.
Start cooking for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Start putting yourself on a schedule with how you keep your house.
Yes.
You know, if you got to wake up earlier to get yourself together so that you can have a meal and then go to work, do that. I had to do that.
It takes sacrifice.
It does.
Everything in life that is valuable takes great sacrifice. So you have to sacrifice and make that commitment to yourself. You owe it to yourself.
Right. Because again, faith without works is dead.
And faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So you don't see it right now, but I promise you, you putting all of that energy out into the universe is in a cipher. Mm-hmm. It's going to come back around to you.
It definitely
in a positive way. Because it's like, shoot, all the bad things are happening or coming back around. It's like, why not put some energy, some good energy out there, good vibrations out there to cause the good things to come back around?
Exactly. So now that she said vibration, let's talk about vibration.
Yes.
Some of us are on a low vibration.
Oh! That's the end of our show.
That's the end of our show.
We pray. I love this song.
You know.
We pray that you enjoyed our show. It was with great sincerity.
Yes.
So we wish to you love, peace, and soul.
That was cute.